What's going on, my fellow line riders? Welcome back to Riding the Line podcast with your hosts, Ross Moncton and Cason Smith. What's going
Yeah,
on, Cason? How we doing?
good, brother. Stoked
All
to be
right.
here, man.
Yeah.
Fired up for another pod. We got a lonely one today.
Yeah, we're gonna kick this one off with just Cason and I, and we're gonna ride that all the way through, man. We're gonna ride it
Yeah,
through.
it'll probably be real good.
Just for the boys. I see you're drinking on a La Croix over there. It
Dude,
is a
they
Tuesday
got
when we're recording. What flavor you got?
tangerine, new flavors at Costco. If Costco wants to sponsor Riding the Line, big
There
fan.
you go. I have got myself a nice mix of I make my own tea and lemonade. I use like a lemonade powder, but I put a little of the it's called Super Focus. It's like one of those like mushroom blends and stuff.
Yeah,
Supposedly helps you focus. I gotta give a shout out to my mom. Thank you, Mom. I love you. Dad, love you too. But yeah, they've been providing me with some stuff to help me focus because I'm 40 and still ain't got it figured out. So
our number one sponsors, mom and dad,
mm-hmm. Absolutely.
pulling it through.
Well, what's new with you, man? What's been going on your last weekend? I know weekend before you were at Wildside. It seems like the weeks fly by, dude. It's all
Oh my gosh, they're all
yeah.
together, man. And yeah, I had the chance this past weekend to ride Moto. Like we had talked about with Will. So I got to ride some Moto with Will and some homies. Alberto. We had John Mike out there. We had Logan Mangual out there. We had, of course, Will. Zach Mays was with us. We had a big crew on motos this past weekend. I can't really say, but I'll say we got chased out by some hunters. I won't what property or why we did, but yeah, we got cut short by some hunters because it is hunting season, and so we got a good ride in the morning and then went out for our second lap, our second ride in the woods, and yeah, I got chased out by some hunters, but they ended up being, once they realized we weren't assholes, they were pretty chill about it. So
It's
uh
crazy how that goes, isn't it, man?
yeah, they come in so hot, dude. This guy was like, I had never, it's probably the fastest he's ever run in his redneck life to get to us because, dude, that guy was dying, brother. By the time he chased our bikes down, and it just so happened we shut the bikes off, and he's like, I mean, hot headed, coming there swinging, just like, you guys can't be here, blah, 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 like raging. And then as soon as we were like, oh, yeah, we know we're in the wrong. Sorry, brother. His attitude changed so much, and it's so funny. Like if you treat someone with respect, bro, like
Yep.
we aren't jokes, man. Just like you like hunting, we like riding dirt bikes, brother.
Yep. Our bad. Sorry. Well, yep.
Moving on.
It's crazy, man. I don't know about you. I feel like, man, when I was a kid and I was younger, I feel like people have way more respect just in general for like each other. And I feel like just maybe it's just being young and naive. I don't know. But I feel like today, yeah, people pop off so quick. It's wild.
Yeah, I think that's like yeah, I think that just goes back and forth. That just goes both ways though. Like people pop off so quick because of, because of the way people have been. Cuz like I mean, sometimes I see myself being that way as well, like being out like camp and stuff, and just like if there's weird, like I've ran into weird like at campsites and stuff that were not so cool, and I was definitely not stoked. So like same instance, like I get it. But at the
Yeah.
same, it's like, things are not the same. I mean,
Right.
I'm fairly young compared to some others, but I definitely have noticed in my young years that things have changed drastically when it comes to stuff like that. But
Well, that's good, man, because you want to have like everybody's recreating. You want to have everybody have respect for each other, no matter, if you want to do it on a dirt bike or if you want to go hunting. Yeah, we're all recreating out here, having fun with ourselves, man. I like it. That's a good story. It kind of makes me smile a little bit. That,
yeah, and
nothing bad went down.
he was like, honestly, at the end, after like we talked to him for a second, he's like, honestly, man, I'm just kind of pissed because you ran off the deer I saw, and I was like, you know what, man?
Doesn't
Understandable, brother. Like, I'd be pissed too. Like, you come out here, you spend all day, like, preparing and wake up early as shit. So, and then
Yeah,
dirt bikers run off your deer. Like, I get it, dude.
I'd be irritated too, man. I
And like,
get
what's
it.
the chance that he doesn't see another deer the rest of the day? Like, pretty high. So,
Pretty high.
yeah, I understand. We leveled with them for sure.
That's funny, man. Oh man, no, it was good. Saturday I didn't do a whole lot. Actually, just kind of had like a nice relaxing Saturday morning. Leah and I actually made what we did. We made a little bit of breakfast. So I cleaned the gutters at my neighbor's place, and they have chickens down here in Atlanta. So they gave us some chicken fresh, farm fresh eggs, and so we made like a bacon and egg waffle sandwich. We
Bacon
got
and egg like sandwiched between two waffles.
Yeah, dude.
Dang.
We got a big old Belgian waffle maker. So we had some of that and we
Heck
made
yeah.
that, had some coffee, and we sat around, and I actually I may be skipping forward to Sunday. We did that, and then we watched some Moto GP. Yeah, on Saturday we watched qualifying. I think yeah, that was Sunday when we did the Belgian waffles maybe. But yeah, we watched some Moto GP but Saturday night we did go down to Callaway Gardens.
Oh yeah.
And so for 2 nights, they do the whole, like, fantasy and lights thing, where they got, like, all of, like, the gardens lit up and stuff like that. It was pretty rad. I got a video we can put in the notes for sure.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Massive Christmas tree, and, like, all the lights are sunk up to the music, and you're just sitting there, you're like, "Oh, that's pretty rad."
Yeah.
But I think it's a couple miles that you ride, and they open it up for 2 nights on bikes. Uh, so it's kinda like, I don't know, riding at, like, a critical mass where, like, people I mean, there's a lot of wobbly bars going down, and, like, people are going slow, they're not paying attention, they're not looking at stuff. So, yeah, there were a couple close calls, and people are on all types of a gaggle of different, like, equipment that folks are riding on, man. Like, there's all types of
Yeah.
electric
I
people.
could imagine it's more regular people rather than avid
Yeah.
cyclists, I would have to
Yeah.
assume.
But you knew when it was, like, a roadie because somebody'd be like, "On your left," and I'm
Yeah.
like, "This is a Christmas light
You're
ride.
like, all right, buddy.
What no, no, bro. No,
Yeah.
no."
You're
If I
like,
heard
okay, brother.
Strava, I was gonna go track them down. But no, it was really fun. It was really cool. We went out with Lee and I went with one of my really good college friends, and some of her family. And actually, interesting side note is my friend Andy, her brother-in-law, uh,
Hey,
owns
I met Andy at Jarrod's.
You did, yeah. But her brother-in-law owns Crescent Kayaks, which is more of a flat water recreational, like, fishing kinda kayak. And they're getting into some, like, small skiff stuff too. But James and I got chatting, and, he kinda heard about the podcast, and he was like, "Oh, man." He was like, "I'd love to be on it," but he's like, "Also, one of my best friends in the kayak industry is this guy who's like, he's probably the best boater out there over 40." And I was like, at least I'm 40, like, I'm not over 40, so he can have that, at least for, next 6 months. Right? But he's like, "Yo, I'm buddies with Wade Harrison." And, for those of you that don't know, like, he does tons of product review. He's been in the sport for probably decades. I don't know a whole lot about his background, but every time a new boat comes out, like, he's the guy that gets a hold of it. So, we're trying to line that up for some whitewater fun, for those folks on the show. So but yeah, Callaway was awesome. And then Sunday, this is gonna get us into a whole 'nother topic, but Sunday, yeah, we kicked back, we did some relaxing, watched the MotoGP race, which was awesome. It was an exciting one. That's kinda why I got my Quartararo hat on. He unfortunately did crash out. He lost the front end in kinda the last half of the race, but he was pushing that Yamaha hard. I mean, he put the bike in 6th place in qualifying, and that's crazy because the Yamaha is just way underpowered. I mean, it's, like, almost, like, down on the front straight to a lot of the other bikes. But we did that, and then we did a bunch of yard work, man. We got out in the yard, we cleaned some stuff up, and, we built an enclosure for our HVAC unit. It's far enough away that it's not gonna start a fire or heat it up, but we used, like, a pallet enclosure for it. Kinda made it kinda nice, and, um, we did a bunch of cleaning up.
Dude,
So
sometimes you gotta schedule those days because I don't schedule
bro.
them enough. And even when I do schedule them, I'm pretty bad about it. I'll be like, "Oh, well, we could swing a ride in the morning," and then next thing you know, you're home at 4, and then
Yep.
you don't get anything done because realistically, like, you need to just schedule an entire day to do something like that because otherwise, nothing. But dude, yeah, Callaway sounds sick. It's been
It was a good time.
funny. This is a really weird, nerdy story, really quick, but I'm named after one of the owners of Callaway Gardens. One of the owners of Callaway is named Cason Callaway, and that's where my parents got my name. So kind of crazy.
No way.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
I
So,
always just thought it was because you came up short on jumps.
dude, I don't know what's happening recently, but everybody seems to be bringing that joke back. Because I swear, like at Jarrod's recently, there's been like 2 or 3 dudes be like, "Haha, Cason, because you're Cason jumps." I'm like, that's funny, man.
Dad, gotcha.
Yeah, thanks, brother. Circling back though, I remember now. I can't believe it. But we went to Nate Bargatze in Atlanta. So we've had tickets if you're familiar with the comedian Nate Bargatze.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. So we went to State Farm and went to a brewery beforehand. We actually Abigail and I and my parents met up at a brewery. We're kind of reception planning at the moment for next year. So
Woo woo.
yeah, just kind of like looking around and seeing what event spaces are and trying to pull something together so we can get all of our folks together and celebrate.
Heck yeah, dude.
But yeah, the comedy show was sick and the brewery was good. And we had a fairly chill day before that. Yeah, good weekend though. Just, yeah, it was fun.
Right on, man. So you're searching for wedding venues and stuff, right?
Yeah. Well,
On that,
wedding venues locked down.
okay, okay, reception venues. Got you, got you. One of
You
the
got-
reasons
you gonna talk
that
about this?
we're gonna talk about it. One of the reasons that we kind of were motivated to do some cleaning was did get up. Part of the part of the Sunday was I got up pretty early and we were just out of coffee, so we did make our breakfast, but I did go and get a bag of coffee at the local coffee shop, right? And so just as a reminder, I live downtown Atlanta, East Atlanta Village area, um, and I was sitting there in the coffee shop. I had rode the mini moto up there, like had my helmet and all that stuff. I kind of felt cool, I was doing my thing. And I just look around in the shop and I'm just like, I don't like anybody in here. Just gonna rant right now. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like anybody in here. Every single person. And this one dude, he pulled up in a Raptor, bro. I was like, that guy's got to be cool. He got out. I was like, that guy's not cool. I was like, oh no, I don't think no, I don't. That's not gonna work. And I was sitting in there, and I was like, I was kind of fighting myself, and I was irritated a little bit. I was like, man, I don't want to start my day like this. And as I got kind of riding home, I was like, I need to move. I love Atlanta. I love being in town. I love a lot of my friends that I have down here. But man, I need to get. I think I need to get out of town. So all of that to ask this question is, we're going to talk about like Georgia. We're going to talk about a little north of Atlanta. We're going to talk about in between that, what the 400, maybe 75 V, right? I want to know, people in the comments, what have you, if you got like some places that you think are pretty cool. Kason and I were kind of talking at length about like, Canton, and you're looking at what Chet now. Where are you looking to go?
Me?
Yeah, ideally.
Yeah, I mean, currently living in like the Cartersville area.
Yeah, Cartersville. That's where I
Not
was, I was thinking
exactly
about.
Cartersville, but technically am, but I'm still a ways. But yeah, I mean, definitely like I love the area. I love the whole 75 corridor up towards 75. Like I was telling you, I'll add to your rant. I effing hate Atlanta. Like literally despise. And the best part about Atlanta is you guys have like cool breweries and stuff. Like that's it. Like and like honestly, I don't want to get like super negative because Abigail and I talk about it all the time. Like we love to travel, and if we were to travel to Atlanta, we would think it's the most badass place ever.
Right.
It's like we're just like tired of it because
Road
like
every
I've
day.
only lived here, so like especially you, like you've done like some people are like, oh, Atlanta's cool. It's like, bro, you've done Atlanta. Like
Bro,
you are,
I was born and
yeah,
raised up in this
you've
town,
been in
man.
Atlanta, bro. Like you've done it. Like and like we talked about, dude, you're a mountain person.
Mountain man.
Freaking everything you do is in the mountains, man. Whether it's kayaking, whether it's mountain biking, whether It's even to like, where do you go to ride your street bike? In the mountains,
Even
bro.
Moto, yeah, like
Like, where do you go to
not
ride
in
sport
the
bikes?
city.
I know. So like everything you do is up here, and let's be honest, the pace is a little bit slower.
Yeah.
Like I even moving here from Kennesaw, dude, like it's like a world of a difference, dude. Like I hate the people in Kennesaw now. Like it's because it's like all offsprings of Atlanta, and it's like, do we sound like a bunch of old men? Like
I
you come to our turf, like. But yeah, I'm with you, dude. Like
so here's
I'm with
what it all boils down to is I want some opinions and some thoughts. Like, I don't know, maybe when I wake up some days, if I got some time in the morning, like I want to be 10 minutes from a trail. I don't know, when it rains, I want to be close to the rivers like that I want to run. Like I love Metro Hooch, but I'm sick of Metro Hooch. I want to be close to some of those rivers, man. Like even the Etowah would be a change, like you were saying before the podcast. But yeah, I want to be somewhere where I can get to do these activities that I want to do. And here's one of the big things that's on top of that is like being in Atlanta, like unless you leave here, if unless I leave my house on like the ends of the day, and I'm not talking like 7 a.m., I'm talking like 5 a.m., like to be able to get out and then coming home after 7 p.m., it takes an hour to get out of town.
yeah,
Like, and
dude.
there's just
It took me 2 hours to get to Atlanta the other day, which is
it's wild.
outrageous.
So if anybody's got opinions on some cool areas where you got some cool trails or whatever, just some outdoor activities, like I play disc golf, man. If I can go do that, like I don't want to play disc golf in town because you just get bummed rushed by like, oh, there's tent encampments down here, and I'm sick of tent encampments coming up, and I'm just over it. So yeah, I want to hear those opinions. Like, where's some good spots that are up north? I mean,
Yeah,
I'm even thinking like Ella J, Blue Ridge. I don't know, man. You know, I got the gutter business, so I can make new clients. I'm kind of established up there. But yeah, give me your opinions on that business.
yeah. Well, here, I mean, people are gonna say the basic ones. So if you're coming here to say that you should move to LJ and Blue Ridge, we got it. What else you got?
Yes, I want
Confirmed.
specific trails. Yeah, and
We
like I
got
want to I
those.
want to get a little acreage, man. I want like 2 or 3 acres. I don't need a whole lot, but if I can build some trail at home and just have some space where it's not like cookie cutter neighborhood house next to each other, you know what I mean? Anyway,
Yeah.
that was a good solid rant. I feel better
No.
now. That's
Yeah.
I
I could bitch about it all day long, dude. I understand there's a reason we decided to move almost an hour north from where we were living. Like there's a reason we bought a house up here. I can be at Jarrod's place. Dude, this is still wild. This is why I say it so much because it still seems wild to me. I can be at a bike park in less than 45 minutes.
say yes, killer.
Like, what? That's crazy, dude. I never thought I would have the opportunity to be less than 45 minutes from a bike park. Like, that's insane. So, like, I don't take that for granted. And I love being up north. Actually, I would move even further north if I could. I
Right.
would keep going, dude. And like, even Abigail and I, we spend, like I told you, Chattanooga's become kind of our Atlanta because it's way easier for us to go north than it is south. And it's actually a little bit less time to get to Chattanooga. And so, like, we've been really digging, like, because there's so many trail systems around Chattanooga
Yeah, there's a ton.
to just like go for a quick like ride and then spend the day downtown or ride the bikes downtown. Like, we've been loving that. So you definitely make your home wherever you go. I think you'll be happy wherever you decide. But I'm just stoked that you brought the conversation up.
Dude, I've got the itch, man, for sure. And I talked to Leah about it. She was like, absolutely. She's like, I am
Yeah,
100% on board. If I had my druthers and, like business and work and money, like none of those things were a factor, man. I'd either be in like Salt Lake or I'd be down in like St. George riding Rampage. I love the desert, but
yeah.
yeah, I think we'll
I
stay Georgia based for now.
I'm a big Georgia fan, man. I think my lady has convinced me over the best couple of years. I've always wanted to move out west, but we've had the opportunity to travel out west a lot, and kind of how we dipped into that on the Blue Mountain podcast. Like,
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
I like traveling out there, man, but we have it real good, dude. And all like, I would. I'm gonna get a little sappy here. I would be sad to leave all my people, man. Like, I've got a lot of
For
folks.
sure.
You know, it would be. I mean, we have some best friends like Drew that moved out to Salt Lake and was just kind of got tired of it and moved back because he likes the East Coast so much. So he's a great example of it that we have it good. Traveling's out there cool, man. Like I talk about it all the time. Like it would be slightly cool to live like in California just because it's like I could get a job in a heartbeat in the moto industry. Like that's the moto mega. And it's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. Like every time I go to California, I have a smile on my face the entire time. Like it's like the freaking weather's insane. Just like but it's also like you're on vacation, and so you're gonna be stoked. But I don't know if I
Yeah.
could, just to be completely transparent, I don't think I can deal with those people just like you can't deal with Atlanta people. So
Oh man. Yeah. Maybe that's it. But
we're
yeah,
we're
thanks.
country
Thanks
boys.
for listening and providing some feedback on that, man. It's just
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I also wanted to. I didn't really expand. I kind of lightly brushed over the riding, but I did
Yeah.
want to say. So talking to Will, we were kind of curious how I would do with everybody on my
Yeah. Yeah.
on
Yeah.
my
Take that
on my
back.
moto bike, right? And there was some hard. There was, I will say, like Will even says it. Where we're riding, there's some stuff that's on the verge of hard enduro. It's like there's pretty slow techie stuff, but like there's some gnarly rock sections that like I am not used to, and I've only been out here riding like 2 or 3 times now. And for those that you don't know, like I'll get into a little technical about it. So I have a full blown motocross bike. I have a 2025, which is like that's what Hayden Deegan's riding. It's what Max Anstey's riding. Like that thing is made for track, right?
Mm-hmm.
Compared to your trail or enduro bike, it's going to have a stiffer suspension setup. It's going to have a bigger rear wheel, so a little less traction on that slower rocks and type of stuff. The gear ratio is completely different. It's got a 5-speed instead of like a 6-speed, like a full woods bike may have.
So the woods bikes are 6 speeds now.
So if I literally got they make a 250F and they make a 250FX. X is my bike made for the woods. It's like the GNCC bike essentially.
Right. Right.
And so those come with 6 speeds. It's just like
Okay.
a longer ratio between every gear. And then so that also allows you to, like, if you think about a 6 speed compared to like a motocross 5 speed, that also allows that first and second gear to be able to lug a little bit better. So like on my bike, there's like almost zero lugging capabilities. Like I'm like to get traction is so hard because number one, my rear tire is a motocross rear tire, so it's pretty hard casing. So on the slick rocks, it does jack shit. And even
Okay, that makes sense.
and also it's a smaller tire as far as
Width.
width and diameter. Because
Okay.
usually, so if you get the trail bike of mine, it's a 18-inch real wheel, and the motocross bike is a 19-inch real wheel. So you have a little bit thicker tire on that trail bike, which allows you to air down a little bit more and just like use it on that slow tech stuff.
Is the tire circumference overall the same on the 18 to the 19? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I believe it is.
Okay. So it's just a smaller wheel, but you're getting more volume out of the tire.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay,
I may
got
get
it.
corrected, but I believe so. And so bike is good. I mean, Will kind of told me like a lot of people actually race moto bikes on like the Sorks and stuff. So like, it is fine. Maybe it's half my skill, but it's just like, man, to get anywhere, I'm like bouncing off rev limiter in first gear, like because there's no lugging capabilities. So I'm just like to get traction, I'm just like so high up in the RPM and just like my clutch is just like constantly in out to try to get it to stay low in the RPMs. But I think overall I did good.
Heck yeah.
I'm kind of bummed I had to chuck my bike up some stuff because my bike is pristine, dude. Like
Oh, you got the scratches on the plastics?
that thing is like just hit 20 hours. Like, I mean, it's low, like brand new. And so, like, of course, Will is like, Will is the biggest peer pressure guy you'll ever meet in your entire life. And he's like trying to convince me to do stuff like over and over and over again until I finally say yes. And like, there's this pretty gnarly hill climb that where we're at that has some pretty like good rock faces on them. And yeah, I get to those rock faces that I just go zing and like just send the bike. And I was pretty bummed. Scratched up my plastics a little bit, but it'd be all right. But I think overall they good. Those guys are full blown woods riders. and like have like 302 strokes and stuff. So I
Yeah.
think I did all
Yeah.
right. It was
You had
fun.
fun. You had a smile on your face.
I did. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It beat the hell out of me though. The second time we went out, I was like, guys, I'm so tired. Like my upper body was so trashed.
Yeah.
Like you can definitely tell when you get worked. You start riding lazy and then that's when you get unsafe. So I was like trying to hold it together.
What's is it? It's Highland Park that's over there, kind of by not too far from Jarrod's. Yeah.
Yeah, Highlands in Cedartown. It's actually
Cedartown.
fairly
Yeah.
close to my house.
So speaking on the moto thing is I want to get we need to get a weekend, and it'd be sick to get some people to listen to the show if they're around or not busy and they got motos and want to go ride. I want to get Leah and I on some dirt bikes because you said Abby's digging it too. I think it'd be
She
cool
loves
to
her bike. She's
get
been stoked on it.
yeah, to get the girls out there and we don't have bikes, but me and Lee can get out there and rent some. And I think it'd just be she's been dying to get on some dirt, man. So we need to put something on the books before it gets like super chilly.
Always down. Let's make it happen. Maybe we'll do it like a Ridin the Line day. Maybe like
Yeah.
a group ride.
Yeah, that could be fun. But yeah, I wanna get out there because I want to go twist throttle myself. And like that's what I was gonna ask is Highland, is it the spot to go to rent a bike?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's the easiest to rent a bike around here. I hate the thought of renting a bike because it's so much money.
Yeah, I saw the
It's
day rates.
so expensive, dude. And I'm just like, if you do that 2 or 3 times, you can damn near buy a new bike. Like,
Right.
it's like, but I mean, I guess in the grand scheme of things, it's not that much if you compare it to like renting an e-bike for a day or something. Like,
Yeah.
it's fairly reasonable. And yeah, they have like all brand new KTM's. They even got Stark Vargs, so you can rent an e-bike if you want.
I gotta hear it, man.
Do what?
I said
You
I
got
gotta be able to hear it. Yeah.
here?
Right.
Yeah, dude, there was a guy we were riding with, Sketchmeister. Do you know what's his name? God, he used to work at Outspoken.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Cason?
no, Kyle Stovall. I think
Oh,
is
Kyle Stovall. Yeah.
yeah,
I just
Stovall.
met him. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was on his two stroke, and dude, he rides. I love that guy, but he he gets so angry sometimes, dude. And he's like, Will's like, yeah, he'll get kind of pissed when he's hitting these like technical sections, and we'll be like at the top, and his bike was having a little bit of issues, so he's already like not too stoked. And dude, you'll just hear him. Dude, you'll just hear him and see him, and he'll be like halfway off the bike, halfway on the bike. He's like, yee, 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 yee. And he's just like, dude, he's just wide.
Just wide open.
And then he'll just like he'll finally get it and be like, "Damn, God, dude, it's so funny." It's so good.
Well,
But yeah, we need to do a moto day.
speaking of bikes and such, as folks know, my e-bike is currently down. It's working on possibly getting some carbon repair. Both Fresh and Pivot have been we've been talking some things out. Nothing's set in stone yet, so I'm not gonna say anything about what's exactly gonna happen just because I just don't know yet. I don't know what I want to do. But in the time that I've been off of the e-bike, last couple weeks, I've been riding that dirt jumper a lot, man. I've been riding the DJ. When we went down to Callaway Gardens, dude, I was just sitting there on the back wheel, just like pulling manuals, at least sitting there on the back wheel for I don't know 5 seconds,
Do you have?
as long as I can manual.
Is it a
Huh?
deity? What dirt jumper do you have?
It is an Evil Faction 2
Okay.
frame. It's got a the thing is it's got a helm. It's 27.5 helm, but we dropped it
Yeah.
to Cane Creek. We dropped it to 90 mil. It's got a lot of deity components on it. It's got some profile hubs, got some flow rims. It's a really nice build that I put together when my other DJ got stolen. Kind of like the first bike that I think I curated like from the ground up. Got the skin wall tires on it. It's rock and roll, baby. Yeah, it's badass. But I just hadn't ridden it a whole lot, and even at the quick six, I did the jump jam, and I was like, man, I should pull a dirt jumper out and go hit the step up with do the jump jam. And I was like, I got old man scared. Like I was like, nah, man, I don't want to break myself off before I race. And I'm kind of kicking myself for doing that because I dropped I dropped that thing off, and man, when I was on that dirt jumper, I was having so much fun just hitting the tables. I miss that bike. I love that bike. And I also met another guy out there. His name is Rob. And shout out to Rob because Rob was our first Shred It You're On online purchase. So that happened just last week. So mad props to you, dude. It was super fun, man. We got out there on the dirt jumpers. We were kind of having progression session with each other. We were working on some stuff, and we get to meet some new folks at the same place. But dude, the step up was so fun on the dirt jumps, throwing whips, tables. I got some kind of like hunchback looking like toboggans going on, kind of like that one that I saw you get
Yeah.
on I was doing the same thing on the DJ. But man, I forgot how much I really love riding that bike. So I think I'm going to be doing some dirt jumping. Oh man, dirt jumping, bro.
Dude, we have a few guys that come out and ride. Number one, they ride Cindy Crawford, but also I've heard double wide is actually a really good time on a dirt jumper. If you just kind of take the line around the whoops, I've kind of heard
Yeah.
of jumps are pretty fun on DJs, which is kind of crazy that now you can ride a DJ because that smooth carpet. But
Yeah.
I miss mine, man. I'm sure you remember I've had several different Trek tickets that were pretty badass.
Yeah.
I had some sick ones, and it's
I
kind of like
was
it's kind of like KLX wins for me, man. Every time I buy one, I never keep them long. Like
yeah.
same with dirt jumpers, dude.
Dude, I remember a couple of your tickets. Yeah, the last one I was super surprised when you sold it. I was like, no way, dude. I
Yeah, I
was
had
like,
that
oh,
like
he's gonna
purple to
sell that
the
thing.
green fade one with
That thing
like
was sick.
yeah, it was fully decked out. I made money on it, so we're
That's
good.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah, this one when I built this one up, I was like, I will probably keep this bike. Like this might be a forever bike because there's just not a lot of stuff that's gonna degrade or gonna get jacked up on it. Like it's one brake, one gear. Like it's very simple. There's
yeah,
not a whole lot that can go wrong. So, and if it does, it's easy to update and replace.
yeah. I also the problem is like I also have a pretty badass BMX bike. Like I have a Sunday AM Plus that's built up. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they're pretty expensive bikes, so it's like if I were like really my only time I'm riding a dirt jumper is like a BMX track maybe. Like
Yeah.
and like a downtown cruiser, like if we were to go cruise
Yep.
Atlanta, I'd definitely ride it
Yep.
because my BMX bike's brakeless. Is
Oh,
yeah, and
ballsy.
it's free coaster. It's a full freestyle rig.
Kamikaze machine.
I love that thing, dude. It's so fun to like to nail tricks on a BMX bike that's like silent like that is so like when you're 180 and 3 it
Yeah,
is just lands and all you hear is tires. It's so nice.
that's cool. Right on, dude.
But yeah, big fan of dirt jumpers, dude. I'm stoked you're getting some time on them.
Dude, yeah, I've been pumped.
Have you got to ride? Have you been to Big Creek since Will and Josh reworked some of the pump tracks and stuff?
Yeah, I was over there. I was over there for so that was actually the day that like Will finished up on the pump tracks. I think he and I kind of chatted about it a little bit
Yeah,
actually on
now
the
that I
yeah.
brought it up, I
Yeah,
remember
it's
it.
coming back a little bit. So yeah, it was I think everything just needs to get packed in a little bit and it just needs to all harden up before it actually starts carrying some speed. It just needs to be ridden in.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're on hold on the e-bike. We're figuring that part out and a lot of moving parts in there. But yeah, in the meantime, still riding bikes.
It's never easy, brother. It's never easy.
Yeah,
That's why you just do my method. You just buy a new bike, and then you sell it in 6 months, and then you buy a new bike, another new bike, and then you sell that one in 6 months, and then you never have to
right.
do any maintenance, dude. It's great.
I love it.
I get made fun of because all my past dirt bikes, I like literally haven't done a chain or a sprocket or a tire on them because I sell them so fast.
There you go.
I'm like, dude, you save so much money on parts.
Buy it and list it.
I know.
Well, that's good, man. Well, you got anything else? Anything
Well,
you
I
want to
like to do this
talk
with all of
about?
I like to do this with all of our podcasts and just kind of again, not a mountain biking podcast, but we sure talk about mountain bikes a whole lot.
Yeah, we do.
I'm just scrolling through Pink Bike. I'm sure everybody has seen, man, YT getting bought back, brother. So,
Dude,
are you a
that's
are you, we don't have any affiliations, remember? Are you a fan of YT bikes?
I'm a YT dude, man. I had a 2017 2S. It's a 25
Oh
downhill bike.
yeah. I
I
remember
loved I loved that bike, man.
you took that one to Whistler, didn't you?
But yeah, dude, that thing's been to Whistler, to Coast, Gravity Park. Yeah, that thing's been chucked down many a mountain and rock face. And dude, it was a good rig. It really did help hold up. So so
Yes.
was that an article from today? Like YT like just got
Yeah,
bought
I
back?
remember seeing it this morning. So YT Industry is returning under the ownership of its founder, Mr. Marcus Flossman. So just
Ooh.
which I'm pretty sure Revel did the exact same thing, and their original owner bought them back to save the
I
company.
thought didn't the employees buy it back it like as like a collective with Rebel? I don't know. I
I
could
don't
be
know.
wrong.
Yeah, I would have to do some research, which
Yeah.
I can. It's not like we're on a big time. Hold on.
But dude, that's sick that YT's gonna stay stay a company. Like, I'm stoked, man.
It is super cool to see. I mean, I never want to see any number one like big bummer for the company itself, but also like it kind of sucks for everybody that owns a YT. Like, I mean,
Because River just bought a decoy. It was a used
yeah,
decoy, but he just bought a decoy. I was like, "Oh man, you just bought that?" That saw him a couple weeks ago.
yep.
He's like, "Yeah."
Here we go. Rebel Bikes returns under original ownership. Rebel Bikes has been riding an emotional roller coaster over the past few weeks. Blah blah blah. Effective immediately, Adam will be acting as CEO and the company will be back in action starting June 2nd. So Adam Miller was the original founder and he got it back and he is now acting as the original CEO, just literally
Cool.
like he did.
Okay.
So all these
Cool.
folks trying to save their companies that they're started, which is awesome to see. Industry is still trucking.
So we're still moving forward,
We're
right?
still going forward. Forward momentum, brother. Forward momentum.
We'll try not to explain business this time.
I had to say it because it was like 30 minutes, and I'm like, guys, I think we're literally
It
just
was good,
explaining
man.
business here.
That's good stuff.
Oh, this shit's so funny, dude.
I had something. What was it?
What you got?
Oh yeah, when's the because I because MotoGP just ended. So that was
Mm.
the last race of the season there in Valencia, and so now I'm hunting for the next thing to watch. And I was gonna say Supercross kicks off, doesn't it? When's
January
A1?
January 10th. I literally last. I hold on. Don't get too upset now. I got something to save you. But I
Okay,
just
okay,
in that same realm. I just bought my plane tickets to Anaheim one, so I'm fired up, baby. We're going to
heck
Los
yeah.
Angeles in January, dude.
Okay,
Which will be sick. But yeah, so Supercross, Super Motocross, whatever, Super Duper Motocross, whatever the hell they call it now, is starting off January 9th, 10th that weekend in Anaheim as usual. Currently, there is some racing happening. World Supercross is happening. World Supercross is essentially this like limited round series that just got started pretty recently. Big purse, but the same guys, like a lot of the big names, are racing World Supercross too. So they just actually raced in Vancouver this past weekend. And Eli Tomac got the win there on his new KTM.
all right.
Which also, Ross, if you know anything about KTM dirt bikes, they have a hydraulic clutch, right? So
I
compared
remember
to
talking about this. Yeah,
yeah, compared to did we bring this up? Okay,
it
so
was it will there was talks about hydraulics and clutches and things. Yes.
yeah, so KTM has hydraulic clutch, but it's a big deal because Tomac is a big cable clutch guy. And so when rumors started floating around that he was going to a KTM, people are like, dang, like he's going to have to deal with a hydraulic clutch. That's crazy because like it's pretty known that he will not get
He
away
doesn't
from
dig
the
it.
cable clutch. Like it's because Yamaha just switched to a hydraulic clutch on the new bike and he refused to run it. He wanted to run a cable. So they released a press release KTM saying that Eli Tomac's riding for KTM,
Yeah.
and the bike had a cable clutch on it, which is like a first. I don't know if I've ever seen a new KTM 450 with a cable clutch. So they're trying to make that guy happy, dude. That's
That's
crazy.
cool.
Yeah, it's cool to see, and he won in Vancouver, I believe, and then Paris Supercross just happened too, which is like a one-off race that happens every year. And you'll recognize this name, Mr. Malcolm Stewart won that race.
All right, dude.
After the whole weekend. Mookie, dude, he was.
Man.
I should put this in the podcast. He was doing this quad that was nuts. Like there was Cooper Webb wasn't doing it. There was a few other guys that weren't doing it, but it was this huge quad that was wild. On like a
Huh.
450, like dude, like seeing him just like sit the bike in to get a quad is like crazy. I'm like, dude, you got to have a set of nuts on you, brother.
Right? How do you
Yeah,
sit down with bowls that big?
yeah, and yeah, seriously. But so there's a little bit of racing. It's kind of boring to be honest with you. Like the way it's not Supercross. It's definitely different. You know, it's one-off races aren't the same as full-blown Supercross. But
Where do you catch it?
yeah, so World Supercross is on like FIM something, and you have to buy like a media pass. It's $30 for the whole World Supercross season, which isn't that bad. And so I just bought the pass, but yeah, FIM, it's worldsupercrosschampionship.com. You can watch it on there, or
Okay, cool. I'll check that out.
TV. Yeah, it's still dirt bike
Yeah.
racing, so
Yeah, man. I just want to see some racing, man. Because there's a lot of the series, pretty much everything kind of falls off as we kind of roll into the dark times of the year. So
yeah,
that's cool. Yeah, maybe I'll flip over and watch some of that.
yeah, it is cool now. Like it didn't always. Well, I guess they've always had off-season races, but just recently has like some of the bigger names started racing during the off-season, so you can still. It's a really good time to be a motocross and supercross fan because, like, dude, I was just listening to the Pulp MX podcast this morning while I was working, and it's just like even during the off-season, there's still endless amounts of content to keep you held over, which is cool.
Keep you entertained. Cool.
Yeah,
I will look into it.
yeah, you should.
Heck yeah. Well, that brings me to another topic. We're just firing them off. I don't know about you, Cason, but
Oh, we have a
I know
rant?
I'm I know no, this is actually like a community health topic, actually, more. So I know I get it really bad. I know my dad gets it pretty bad too. As you know, it's like we go into the holidays, and especially with like daylight savings time, right? I get that seasonal depression, dude. It's like it's hard to make myself pick up and want to go out and do activities. Like, it gets dark sunset was at like 5:30. My brain, it don't work that way, bro. Um, Starts to get cold out, and it's like, we have the holidays, you get family, friends, like the whole togetherness thing, and it's like the happy time of year is when you're buying and doing stuff for everybody. I get that, right? That's cool. But man, something with the light and just not having that daylight, man, it really hits hard for me. What about you?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. It's I mean, this year I was telling Abigail it hasn't been that bad for me. Like honestly, like the podcast is kind of helping. Like I've been very occupied recently, which is great.
Yeah.
Like between my work and I have been finding time to ride, which is awesome. And honestly, like I've been kind of digging it. I know it's weird to say. Recently, I've been kind of digging it getting dark early because it's like an excuse for me to not do much. Like usually, I'm kind of like really hard on myself. Like if it's a nice day outside and I'm just sitting in the house on my laptop all day, like I give myself a hard time because I'm like
Yeah.
I should be doing X, Y, and Z instead of sitting in the house. It's so nice outside. So it is kind of nice, like, kind of gives me an excuse just to, like, sit on the couch at 6 PM and be like, "Cool, it's dark outside. This is what we're doing." But in that
Yeah.
same realm, if you work, 9 to 5 or you don't get home till 6 or 7 and
Uh-huh.
yeah, all you see is dark
Problem.
your
Yeah.
whole week, it sucks, bro. Like so, yes, seasonal depression is real, especially if you are an athlete of any kind. Um, Big shout out to my people on Strava. I see you that are doing 10-mile runs at 4 a.m. Shout out to you. That's cool.
Wow. That's
Yeah, I
impressive.
dude, it's mine's try our Strava feed. I could probably name 6 or 7 people that are up at 4 or 5 in the morning every morning and run that are avid mountain bikers.
That's
So
wild.
shout out
All
to
right,
them
well, there's
people.
there's some motivation right there.
Yeah, I
Two
mean,
things that I was gonna put out there. Yet another reason I want to move north is Blankets is like open all the time.
yes,
So you can go
except
night ride it at Blankets.
except when it rains.
Yep. And then I know Rambo over at Big Creek, those guys, they do the whole night ride. So I'm gonna try to get out there for them. I want to do it. They'll actually like light up the gully. They'll light up the tables. I think when I was over there, I saw the string lights like ready on the pump tracks. They may have been like trying to do them at the pump tracks, at least to get them ridden in. But I definitely saw some lights. There may be like a step up jam. So anybody that's feeling lonely, get out there, hit up Rambo. I think it's rambomtb.org. And there are some night rides that are going down as it starts to get chilly. So get out there and get cold with your friends. I'm gonna try to get out there for sure. But again, one of those reasons that God, it just take me an hour and a half to get up there from East Atlanta.
Yeah.
Go right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I digress.
And also, dude, like I noticed it too. It kind of sucks. Like the other day, we're going to ride blankets and we're driving there, right? And it's like a nice Saturday. Nothing wrong. Like everything's going great.
Yeah.
But we're on the way there and it's just like a gloomy, overcast day, right? And it's just kind of like it feels bleh outside, right? And it's just like that winter time like look. And it just kind of made me not stoked to go ride. Like
Right.
it was just like a depressing weather and like nothing was wrong. Like it was a great Saturday. We were going to ride mountain bikes, like no complaints. But I was just like on the way there and I'm like, man, I should be way more excited. And like it's just like overcast, like this weird feeling. Like I hate it. So I understand, man. I'm
And
ready.
on top of like not being stoked to ride or it's like getting cold, and then at the same time, there's no racing on. Like it all compounds, man.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. We're
So
just like,
if anybody also has ideas on how to combat it, besides quit your moaning and bitching and get out there and do it, um,
yeah. I mean, we're talking about this
holler
right,
at me.
right in front of me is my nice Wahoo kicker move with a road bike on it. So I don't have much excuse, but that's not very fun.
Dude, mine's right there. It's right
Yeah.
over there too. I need to set it up in the garage, man.
Yeah, you should. That's what I've got mine. And I finally have a TV set up so I can like watch dirt bike racing while I'm spinning my legs, which is nice. But
Yeah.
I've actually been riding a lot recently, which is good, man. I kind of hinted on it with Harrison of like I'm finally getting back into like a progression state, which is really cool to see. Like where I'm like almost every time I go ride, I'm getting better, which is really cool. Like even like that T-bog I did the other day, I can't tell you the last time I did a cool T-bog, and it wasn't nothing crazy. Like my bars could have been turned more and stuff, but like just like getting that feeling on the bike where you can do stuff like that
Yeah.
again, cool.
Yeah.
And so yeah, thanks. But does everybody know why I've been riding a lot recently? I got
Why
an
have you
e-bike.
been riding a lot recently,
I
Cason?
got an e-bike, dude. So for all of you freaking haters, dude, for all you people saying, why don't you
Here
just
we
ride bikes
go.
more? Why don't you just go ride your bike more, dude? Why don't you just get more fit? Look at my Strava stats from the last month compared to my last 6 months. And yeah, man, like I've been riding twice as much, 3 times as much now that I have an e-bike. And like a great example of that is Abigail. Now that she has an e-bike, dude, she
Yeah.
rides every other day. Like, stop hating, bro. E-bikes are the move, bro. Like, I get it.
They
If
are the
you
way, dude. I love them.
go ride your acoustic bike and shut up about it, but don't talk about my motor, dude. I'm so tired of it. And then there's these 60-year-olds,
Yes.
these 60-year-olds that are like, you're too damn young to ride that thing.
You damned if you do, you damned if you don't.
It's like, brother, take it easy, dude. Like, go back to your retirement community, Bill. Let me ride.
That's good stuff, brother. Oh man. Yeah. Well, or if you get seasonal depression, just start a podcast and have friends like Cason.
Dude,
That works out too.
what I said at the beginning of it was honestly the podcast has been helping me because here we are.
Yeah.
The sun is literally going down as we speak, and I'm having a blast right now. So
Yeah.
it's been fun chatting it up. This is like a new endeavor. Put all your eggs in.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Good.
Who's that? Who's texting me? It doesn't matter. They don't matter.
They don't matter, dude.
Nobody knows who they are. They don't matter. Yeah.
What else we got?
Good question. Oh, we can talk about kind of haven't talked about events, but this weekend is Upstate Cranksgiving. So I
Oh
think
yeah.
the final sign up date for giving cranks is the 20th. I wrote it down. Yeah, it's the 20th. So you got 2 days to decide if you want to go to Cranksgiving. I forget, have you been? Have you done that before? So it's pretty cool. They do, and I think we may have chatted about it on the first podcast, but they do like a Friday night alley cat, which is kind of cool. So you're bouncing around the city looking for specific places, and like you have to get like an item in different places around town, and then be the first back to whatever the launch off point is. So a little city alley cat. They do a Super D as well, and then the big kicker is the enduro. They may have another event or two that's in there, but the Enduro is always a really, really good time, and it's just outside of Greenville, so not too far for the Atlanta folks. If you don't have anything planned this weekend, yeah, go check it out. And if not, it's just like still fun to go ride your bike on some other trail and go spectate, man. It's cool. There's always something going on in the evening. Like Greenville is a place that I would consider, man. There's a lot going on there. That's like a really cool jumping off point for a lot of different places, both mountain bike and boat and outdoor and motorcycle and all that stuff. But that'll be
Yeah,
going on
Greenville.
this weekend.
Do what?
And then I said, but that'll be going on this weekend. And then I know did that Go Nuts race already go down? I forget. They had a XC up in Walhalla.
Uh,
May
I don't know.
may have been last weekend, may have been this weekend. I forget.
I know Jared's birthday jam is November 22nd, this Saturday. If anybody is coming to ride Jared's, there's going to be some good food. Mr. Sepe will be there as always. And yeah, it'll be a good time celebrating the old man.
That is probably where I will be. I think I'm going to get up there. So you might see me go huck Cindy Crawford on a dirt jumper and try not to break that frame.
Oh, Lord. I think
Lord.
my brother is possibly coming down. So we'll see. At the moment, I am going to be there, but plans do change. So, but
Yeah.
count me in right now.
I am either probably going to be there or I'm going to be basically like rebuilding a deck up on Lake Burton, one of the two. Either be having fun or me making money, one of the
About
two.
to say, very two different ends of the scale there.
Yeah, it is. And because Leah, we were talking about going over there because the Chattooga River right now is it's like on the low side of runnable,
Mm-hmm.
or at least section 4 is. So there's like how many? There's essentially 4 different sections of the Chattooga. Like section 1 is not really a section, but section 2 and section 3 kind of like class 2, class 3 sections of river. They're pretty long. Like section 3 is 9 miles, something like that. It's a pretty long section of river. And then when you get down to section 4, like as the Chattooga goes down, it gets harder and by default more dangerous. And so there's a lot of moves that have like class 5 consequences, but are like class 3 in difficulty, which is a weird way to put it. But Leah and I were talking about going up there and doing some deck work together. And then I was like, hey, because the Chattooga is like so low, a lot of the sieves and a lot of the undercuts kind of come out of play. And I'm
Yeah.
like, this is a really cool opportunity if it kind of stays where it's at for through the weekend for her to actually be able to get down there like an inflatable. We put her in
Right.
like a little ducky. And we'll definitely portage around a couple things, but for her to actually be able to see that section of river because it's incredibly beautiful, like even more so than like the upper bits. It is absolutely gorgeous. And I'm like, this is actually like an opportunity where the water's not going to be pushing you into something. Just nice low flow,
Yeah.
more relaxed river, where you could actually go and we could spend a day and see it. So we were talking about going up there and doing a little work on the deck, maybe staying overnight, and then maybe hitting a Chattooga run. So yeah, very opposite ends of the spectrum, but
That's kind of how my weekends now get decided Friday afternoon.
dude, Time goes so quick, man.
I know. It's like you have plans and then all of a sudden something changes, but that's how it goes. But always doing something fun, which is good. Keeping it.
Yeah.
No matter what I do, it's gonna be a good time. That's how
We gonna have fun, brother.
we gonna have a good time, brother. Right? We gonna piss off some hunters, dude.
We're gonna be riding the line.
Yeah, we're gonna be riding the line. So Adolf Silva we can talk about that, man. He's still
Yeah.
recovering. The process continues. Still loco, it says. So he's still got good vibes, as I assume what that means. And if you guys, um, I will be honest, I haven't been watching them, but I will now. He has a YouTube series, kind of updating everybody
Yeah.
on his recovery and stuff. So if you guys are curious or want to go watch it, Adolf Silva is on his way back. It's brutal, man. It's super sad. So
Yeah, he's kept a really positive attitude, which I know is gonna be incredibly, incredibly difficult.
yeah,
We're talking about seasonal depression, man. I mean, that's one thing that'll knock you out of it real quick and be some motivation if you need it. But man, I with his positivity, positivity breeds positivity, that's for sure. And like when you look at like what happened to Paul Bass years ago, I mean, he's back on the bike, which I think is absolutely
so awesome.
incredible what modern medicine can do, and like a whole lot of like willpower and faith and positivity, and community. Um, so yeah, definitely sending all the cliche positive vibes straight to him, man, for sure.
Yeah, I mean that stuff is not. It's really scary. Like because I mean that can happen to any of us, man. And I actually had a really good friend of mine growing up. You may remember Noah Smith that got paralyzed
Yep.
and jumping on a trampoline, dude. And he was a badass mountain biker. I mean, his progression was just like skyrocketing on a mountain bike at the time. And when he got hurt on the trampoline, yeah, he fractured his C6 and C7 and is paralyzed. Essentially, it's almost the exact same as Adolf, and yeah, man, and but he's in that same realm. He's been killing it, man. Shout out to Noah. He's representing Team USA at the water skiing this next weekend. And so he's made it to Team USA. He's going to be representing Team USA. I think he's headed there now for water skiing, and it's going to be sick, dude. So shout out to him, and I hope Adolf
Oh yeah,
Silver continues trucking and
dude, there's something to watch.
yeah,
Heck yeah.
yeah, for sure, dude. And that's brutal. I can't ever imagine, man. That's type of stuff, though. I want to also on the same topic. This past weekend, I'm when I was at Jarrod's working on Friday, I wasn't really feeling like riding. Some days, which is crazy to say, but some days I just like I'll go spin a lap or so, whatever. And I went out there just like put my bike on the shuttle and then just like immediately found some dudes that were just riding. And like I wasn't too pressed on getting a bunch of laps. So I was just like, hey man, like what are y'all riding? Like I'll just whatever you guys want to do, I'll ride. I had no idea what the skill level was or I don't even know who these guys are. I'm just sitting at the top of the shuttle, just like, what do you want to ride? Let's do it. And he's like, oh, well, let's go check out lower air supply. He's like, I haven't hit any of them, so I kind of like I go down there with them and check out lower air supply, and they're like, oh man, this I got really hurt on this drop like a while ago, and I just don't want to do it right now. And man, so he's like, oh, we'll just ride double wide down. So I'm like, okay, let's go do double wide, and then just the whole crew comes with me, and we go do double wide, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna peel off to breadsticks, and they're like, okay, well, I'll come with you, and I'm like, you're gonna hit breadsticks, but you won't hit the drop on air supply, brother. And he's like, ha, like he's like, ha, 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 ha. I'm like, no, I'm like, seriously, dude, like, I'm like, do you guys hit Cindy Crawford? And he's like, nah, I'm scared of that. I'm like, dude, and I'm like, what are you scared about? He's like, the gaps, and I'm like, you're hitting breadsticks, bro. Like you're hitting our wooden gap trail. Like, what do you? And he's like, man, maybe you're right. And so all these guys are like, we get to the bottom. He's like, all right, man, let's go check out Cindy Crawford. So I spent an hour getting these guys to hit the first jump on Cindy, and shout out to them, dude. They both did it.
Heck yeah, man.
But I'm getting into this because like the positive vibes, bro. Like I've learned so much that because I was kind of coaching them, and they're a little bit older than me, I would say. But I'm like, dude, I'm like, guys, like I've had so many injuries, and like he's sitting there going in this jump. He's like, man, like I'm gonna do a front flip. I'm like, why are you like even like you haven't even hit it yet? Why are you even like speaking that into existence? Like you're already telling yourself you're not gonna make it. I'm like, you do. I'm like, you can do breadsticks. You're fully capable of gaps. This is an easier jump than breadsticks. It's not as kicky, you know. I'm like, you know, you're not an idiot. You'll make the gap. Like, just go trail speed. Just go my speed. You'll be just fine. And then he kept, you know, he's like, oh well, I'm gonna get hurt. He's just joking that he's gonna get hurt or crash. I'm like, dude. I was like,
Yeah,
your only option here is to be positive. Like, I get it if you don't want to hit it, but I know you're stoked and I know you're capable. So I'm like, just speak positive about yourself. You know you're a good rider. And I've learned that over the years, man. For people like the second that you're timid and the second that you're not confident, that's how you get hurt. And that's every time I've gotten hurt, it's because I'm riding with a little bit of timidness. That's when your body tenses up, or that's when your legs lock, or that's when you freeze or do a dead sailor. Um, and so just like bring this up to say, man, like be confident in your abilities, right? Don't be overly confident. Don't if you haven't hit a 50-foot gap before, don't think you're gonna do it out of the blue. But like be confident in your abilities. If you know how to do gap jumps, man, then your body and your mind knows how to do a gap jump, right?
yeah.
And so just like be around this good people and you can progress easily, but like don't speak those negative thoughts into existence, man, because something bad is going to happen. Like you keep talking like you're going to do a front flip, guess what your body's going to do on the lip? You're going
Gonna
to
do a
tense
front
up
flip,
and you're going to do a damn front flip. So
dude.
like
Hey, go ahead.
no, I'm done. That's it. Keep going.
I know. I learned this lesson wholeheartedly when I saw Fast and Furious and Leon told Jesse to visualize the win, bro.
Yep.
Jesse didn't visualize the win. Guess what happened? Jesse got shot.
Yeah, exactly. This is a great exactly.
He didn't visualize the win, bro. He went
Yeah.
too soon, dude. He hit the nos too soon. He should have waited, had the patience.
Yeah, it's so true, man. And these guys, he looked at me, he's like, "You're right, dude." Like, he's like, "I don't know why I'm being so damn negative about it." I'm like, "I don't know, brother."
Me neither.
Like you're fully capable. Like, I don't know.
You
So,
got it, bro. Yeah,
yeah, you're
man. I've
good.
been
But they ended up doing it. So,
that's awesome, dude. And that actually kind of goes back to when I was talking about riding the dirt jumper with Rob, man. It was super cool because we got out there and I was kind of he dropped into the tables. I was kind of watching him ride and I went down, I hit the tables too, and like we kind of looked at each other and I was like, "Hey man," I was like, "Nice little line through there." Like just chatting. We didn't talk about technique. We didn't talk about style. We didn't talk about nothing. I was like, "Nice line, man." I was like, "That looked pretty good, dude." And he's like, "Oh, thanks." And then he's like, "Yeah, I'm working on this. I'm working on that." And then I just kind of just watched a couple little things that he did, and I was like, "You ever thought about trying this, right?" And he was like, "No." And then I was like, he was like, "Oh, that makes sense." And so, like, to say like we had kind of like this positive energy going forward, and then I was kind of nervous actually about going over to the new step up at Big Creek on the DJ. I'm like, man, I'm gonna loop. Kind of in my head, I was kind of like, man, I'm gonna loop it, like, or like I'm gonna nosedive it.
yeah.
I'm gonna do something on this little sketchy bike. And we got over there, and we actually went to the top of the free ride area first. So we came down lunch lot. No, no, what's the other jump trail? I never remember it.
Hollywood?
Not Hollywood, the other one, the one that's not Hollywood.
I don't
I forget the name of it. It was built right before Hollywood. Anyway, it's the jump trail, and so it's got some like step down gaps. I mean, it's got some 20-footers in there, and so he was like, "Yeah," he's like, "You good?" I guess he had ridden it. So I was like, "Yeah, man, I'll just drop into it, whatever." I was like, I hit it a thousand times on a roll, on a roll.
Yeah, honor roll.
Yeah,
Okay.
hit on a roll. And so, like, I come into it, I've, did some work on, like, trying to help build it, and so I was like, "I know this trail." And dude, but I'll tell you, those little, DTH tires, man, I came over the step down before the big, like, camel hump 20-footer, And that DTH tire did not have the grip on that little sandy over that lease over hard, and it went woo, and I was like, ah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I was dancing a little bit, but I got down it, and I was like, all right, and just stopped before the next hit, and I was like, well, if I rode that out, I can handle the step up. Was basically like the next thought in my head. I was like,
Right.
I'm good. 'Cause I had hit it on the e-bike, and then so we just kinda stacked up on that lander, and we rolled into it, hit it a couple times, but it was cool, and I just, like, did that progression thing. I was like, "Alright, let me get to the knuckle, let me get over the knuckle, now let me go to flat," right? And really in it, and then I was just kinda watching him as he was riding, and like a lot of us do, and like a lot of those mistakes that you and I have made as we progressed, namely being too fast to move in the air, right? Like being too fast to like drop the bike down. Like when you come up, you're pulling the bike up to you. And then as like he's still coming up, he was already starting to push the bike down. And I was like, oh man, I was like, you've got everything. But as that bike comes up, I'm like, let that bike come up into you. Let
Mhm.
yourself start to come back down before you push that bike back down. I was like, we're just rushing it a little bit. And next time he did it, dude literally had like 3/4 of a second more hang time with, like, the same entry speed, and
Yeah.
it was just so cool watching him just, like, get better and better, and then there was another guy from Florida, he actually lives down, close to Santos, and so, he was doing the same thing. We just kinda had, like, this jump progression session, man, and it was the big overtone was everybody was super positive.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome, especially when you have days like that. Oh, there was a day, like, just recently, because for those that don't know, like, I had a pretty bad injury, probably actually my all-time worst injury ever at Jarrod's place, and I broke both my arms, radius my ulna, shattered my hand, got surgery. I was out for almost like 2 minutes and just like had back to back concussions. So like I was finally at a place where I was like, man, like I need to figure something out. Like I need to do something else. Like just start fishing or something, dude. Like something a little bit safer. And and so like just like up until a few months ago, I really like have been at that like standstill and riding of just like I don't really want to get hurt again. But honestly, I don't want to jinx myself, but like when those happen to you and you're able to build back from those injuries and you become such a smarter rider. Like I've seen myself like I'm riding some gnarly stuff, like I'm hitting some gnarly jumps like first try, but I'm surrounded like the people I'm surrounded with, like I trust wholeheartedly and I trust like progressing with them. Like it took like one day of will. I was like, hey man, I was like, I think today I want to go hit breadsticks again. And I hadn't hit those jumps since I got hurt on them 2 years ago. Like that's been a mental
yeah,
block of for 2 years, dude.
yeah,
And it just took like that positive mindset of being like, around, I trusted Will and then I went and hit him and I was like, dude, that feeling, that like weight of like, dude, I can hit these. Like it was a one time thing, you know. I'm a fully capable rider and being able to stay positive. That whole day, I did new stuff that I have never done. Like I was just like, cool,
awesome,
like knocked out breadsticks. What else have I not done at the park? We went and got knocked something else out. And it's just like, dude, that feeling of like when you're around your friends that you trust, everybody has positive vibes, everybody's riding in their comfort zone, they're riding safely, and kind of like you're saying, those guys from Florida, like it's just like a positive environment and everybody's progressing. But also, like I told those guys that I was trying to get, I was helping them hit the jump on Cindy Crawford. I said, I'm very convincing because I know I believe in you. But at the same time, if you told me right now that you didn't want to hit the jump, I would say absolutely don't hit it then.
yeah,
Like I am fully like I have that ability in myself that if it even, and usually if I'm like thinking about hitting something that I'm pretty skeptical about, if not hitting the jump pops in my head one time, then I just don't do it. Because like thinking about not hitting it at all or thinking it's a bad idea at all is how you get hurt. So
yeah,
if you're not all in from the beginning, it's not the day. Just wait. Like, you know?
yeah. No, I definitely feel that one. Yeah, if you get that wrong feeling, like it's not the day. There's been multiple rapids like whitewater kayaking where like I was like, man, I've been waiting to hit this thing when it's been pretty juicy, but sometimes when you come up to a rapid, man, you don't know, especially like at higher water, you don't know if there's a tree or a strainer under there. And if you see signs of that, it's like, I think we'll be good, but like I've seen it go wrong. And I've definitely portaged around some stuff. And same thing on like on the mountain bike, man. I've like Coast Gravity Park was like a big exception. I'd looked at Coastal Cruise, like there's a couple gnarly big kickers on Coastal Cruise about half or right at the end of it. And I mean, to me, they like when I was there, they were like FMX style jumps, like they were big.
Yeah.
And I was riding with somebody who was like, dude, you got it. And I was like, man, I kind of told myself, like, I don't know, I want to mess with these. And dude, he towed me in and I just felt the speed. And like that was one time when I was like, I'm doing it.
Yeah. But that dude,
And it worked out, thank God.
and that feeling of like telling yourself you're not doing them at all, and then ending up like you're like 10 foot from the takeoff, and you're like, ah, fuck it, I'm gonna
Doing
do
it.
it.
Doing it.
That feeling is crazy, dude.
Yellow.
Yeah, your body's like, no, 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 no.
As long as you don't
It's
get dick fingers, then you're okay, right?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's like when we were doing the first hits on Cindy, that big drop. One of my buddies, Sergio. Yeah, speaking of, you know that drop pretty well.
Uh-huh.
One of my buddies, Sergio, he just like we had literally gone up there to just test it all, right?
Yeah.
And so like I was like I told myself that morning when we were working on it, I'm like I'm hitting this drop today. Like I like in the morning I was like number one thing I'm doing today is hitting that drop. I don't really care. Like I know I can do it. Boom.
Yeah.
And we're sitting at the top of it, and we like this is the day I kind of clicked everything off on Cindy. So like I got the first jump, I circled back up, got the first jump, then the second jump, circled back up, got the first,
Yeah.
second, and third jump, circled back up, like just progressing. And then we
That's
made
what
it to
I
the
did.
drop. Yeah, and I made it to the drop, and Sergio was like, "Oh," and I don't think I'm gonna do it. And same with Zach. I'm like, dude, I was like, number one, you guys both just hit all those gap jumps with me. Like we're killing it right now. I was like, the
Yep.
number one thing I said we're doing today is we're all getting down this drop. You guys are both capable. I'm like, I'm fired up. You guys are both fired up. Like, let's just follow me off of it, dude. Like, is that all you got to do is, and to the same point that you were saying earlier of like your body motion is like a big deal, right? Of like going, you know what I tell myself recently, and I like translate this to other people. I'm like, especially stuff that is at Jarrod's place and built properly, or like most,
Yeah.
I would say most bike parks, people know what they're doing and everything's fairly safe. But I'm like, all you got to do is ride off of it. Don't
That's it. It's the
don't
simplest
pop,
thing.
don't pull, don't push into the lip. All you got to do is go, like people like especially Jarrod and Josh and Will, they build stuff to go trail speed, and if you just go trail speed and ride off the lip, you are going to land perfectly. So like I tell people, I'm like the drop is a perfect example, dude. Like don't pull up off of it, don't do anything. All you're doing is riding your bike. And I'm like, so as long as you don't do anything special, you're going to be okay. And like that's the biggest thing I can say about like kickers too, like jumps that are a little bit kicky, do nothing. Like do absolutely nothing, and you'll be perfectly fine.
I will
What do you?
debate that a little bit
All right, let's hear it.
because if you do nothing, that's kind of where dead sailors can happen,
Okay.
right?
By
Amen.
yeah, I guess when I say do nothing, I mean like maybe not do nothing, but I kind of just say like right off the lip, essentially. Like don't pull, don't do anything special. Like there's no need when you're hitting a jump for the first time to do anything special. Like if you just ride off the jump, you're gonna be most of the time just fine.
So
And but you're
go ahead.
right.
Go ahead.
You're right. In that same realm, there's a lot of times, like especially when I hit jumps like air supply, when you're going 60 feet, if I hit that straight, I'm gonna die
You got to be
because
relaxed. Yeah.
you got to be relaxed. And so, like, almost every time I'll throw a little scrub or a little whip in there
Mm-hmm.
because that forces you immediately to be fluid and relaxed because you're flowing, right? And if you're hitting it like this, like a Joey, no offense to Joey's, but you guys ride like this. But if you hit it like that and you're all tensed up, dude, that's when stuff goes wrong.
Yep.
So like, just be one with the bike, bro.
That flow state. No, but so what you said resonated with me. This is good talk. When I was doing the PMBI instructor level 1 classes, and we were talking about we did talk a little bit about jumping and things like that. So and this kind of goes back to like some XC style bunny hop versus like a proper bunny hop. If you think about like your typical like clipped in uh XC rider gonna do a bunny hop, right? They pull their hands and feet up at the same time. They literally do the bunny hop. Hands come up, feet come up at the same time.
Yeah.
And that is what we call coming off on fours, right? All
Yep.
four, your hands and your feet are coming off at the same time.
Right.
If you separate the hands and the feet, so when you come off the lip, you're not having to pull, but just like you feel feet, hands, feet, right? So if you separate the hands and the feet, that's what stops you from dead sailoring, is being able to separate the motion of your hands and your feet.
I'm trying to envision that.
All right. So when I come off the lip, I'm just gonna, whether it's just me rolling my wrists, right, to kind of pull back, or whether I'm actually pulling off the lip, right? I'm pulling my hands up, and then as I feel the rear tire leave, then I'm pulling my feet up. You can't see my feet right now because they're under the
Yeah. I
table,
mean, I
but
know how
I
you
assure
would
you my
do it.
feet are coming up.
Yeah.
And then you push the hands down, and then you stomp the feet down, right? When you
Mhm.
can separate on twos and on fours, that's what will stop a lot of people from dead sailing.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
And it's like it's the same thing though. It's like it's just this fluid motion on the bicycle where just like if you ever it's like one of the first things you're supposed to learn is like a true bunny hop. What is isn't there like an American bunny hop and an English bunny hop? Isn't there two different things technically? Of like the way because isn't this like
Do they speak
isn't
different languages, or do they speak the
no
same language, they just don't understand each other,
I
or
swear
what?
I swear there's an English I think this motion like you're saying where you bring up your hands and then you pop the back wheel up, that fluid motion you're talking about, I think is
Yeah.
actually called an English bunny hop. I swear.
Huh. You might be right, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, the whole goal is like if you think about your front axle and your rear axle as you're going forward, you're wanting to create that arc with the axles, and the only way to do that is to, whether the bike's sideways or whether it's straight, you're still
Yeah.
creating that arc.
So it
And so
is.
the only way to do that is by separating your hands and your feet.
What you're talking about is called an English bunny hop where you're bringing up your
Huh.
front first and then following your rear with it. That's yeah.
What the American bunny hop is the other one?
Yeah, and I think the American bunny hop is just doing this.
On fours?
I could have those backwards. Hold on.
Bro, I'm gonna start drinking warm tea and
I know.
yeah,
No, don't do
calling you a bloke all over the place, man.
No, we're not doing that on this podcast, dude. Not on riding the line, brother. Not on riding the
Oh,
line.
we'll ride the line.
Oh, we'll ride that line.
Well, it's been good stuff, dude.
It's
I've
been
enjoyed
good.
it.
We got into a heck of a dive about riding that I didn't think we would get down, but that's the fun of it. I think a lot of people can relate to that type of stuff and talking about confidence on the bike
Yeah.
and getting in those situations. So I'm stoked to share that story. I definitely, as soon as I was doing that and helping those guys out, I wanted to talk about it. And it was cool to see them be safe and progress, man. I mean, there's nothing worse than you working on something like that for an hour or something. Crap. Like I should have
Yeah.
done it. Oh, and so to overcome that and continue going and progressing is sick. So stoked for those guys. Yeah, we're gonna start drinking hot tea apparently.
No, we're good. I do like
Uh,
hot tea, but nah, and it's not gonna be a thing. We'll have to punch each other in the mouth so we have like, crooked teeth and stuff.
we'll look like Sam Hill, dude. Or Sam Pilgrim, not Sam Hill.
Yeah, yeah. But being hour 28, I think we're
I think we're
probably in a
good, bro.
spot where we can wrap.
I think we talked about stuff.
Yeah. So today's episode of Riding the Line was brought to you by CTS Media. Cason, you want to tell us about CTS Media?
Yeah, man, at CTS Media, anything to enhance your online presence and specifically your business's online presence. So whether it's digital marketing, email marketing, social media management, you name it, we can help out with that. And I have some great clients helping with in several different sectors of industries, whether it's insurance companies. I work with people in the wealth management sector. I work with bike shops. I just recently built some websites for a flooring company, built websites for bike shops. So anything like that, on top of that, photography, videography, I offer a lot of things and I can help out in a lot of ways. So if any of those seem like they bring value to you or your company, please let us know at ctsmedia.org. And yeah, man.
And also brought to you by Shred It You're On. So shredityouron.com. If you do want to see some samples of the CTS Media work, you can go to shredityouron.com, which is my Jersey website. We are up. We are running. I think I'm going to go ahead and just say it because it's going to force me to do it. We're going to be running some Black Friday specials on some jerseys. So if you want some GoPro integration or chest mount integration, you can run the Insta360 cam. You can run the GoPro stuff. Pretty much anything that is chest mounted, you can run through the jersey, and we'll just reuse it. You don't look like a Joey while you're rocking it. You can have your name. We can do custom names and custom numbers on the back, all that good stuff. We can do full custom stuff as well. But yeah, we're up and running, and then it is fall. So if you're in the Atlanta area, give Gutter Getters a call, or just shoot us with a DM or a message up on one of these social medias with Riding the Line, and we'll get a hold of you. But we're doing our Christmas lights this year. So we're doing professional Christmas light roof installs. We're doing all your good gutter cleaning, tree pruning, pressure washing, all that good stuff that you don't want to bother doing or spend money on. You can at least spend it with somebody that's in the industry. I will make sure we get you done right on that.
Yeah, buddy. I'm gonna give some shout outs to some people really quick because we have been getting some love on. Speaking of love, this dog,
Yeah.
we've been getting some love on YouTube and Instagram. So since we got a solo podcast, I'll give some shout outs to some people really quickly that have been commenting. Shout out to Trail Life 305 on the Will Zierden podcast on YouTube. Laps until you can't stand with a big ol' strong hand. So shout out to him, man. Appreciate the love on YouTube. We love doing that podcast with Will. On that same podcast, we got Major Renub, I believe Major Renub, 247. Love the rants at the end. Need more of that. So thank you, sir. We will keep ranting. Ross and I have a lot to bitch about, I promise, brother. And especially
Oh,
Atlanta.
we'll find it.
Great. Mr. Shredhead.official on YouTube. Great pod you guys have. Super real, honest, good conversation and fun. I don't really listen to pods, but this is sick having a local show that covers the Southeast local stuff. Y'all come rip with me at Rattlesnake sometime. Thank you for reminding me, Mr. Shredhead. I was actually going to bring up Rattlesnake to you because I
Yeah.
saw a mutual friend of ours, Miss Lily Driver. She was riding there this last weekend, maybe. I don't know. I
Yeah.
saw
Yeah.
a clip on Instagram of her hitting the big jumps, and those look pretty sick, dude. We need to make it out to Rattlesnake.
Let's do that. I'm down.
Yes, sir. Bucky Starbreaker, our brother. Y'all are making a point on the apparel. I do ride the Pro Glove, but they die fast, and I make gloves. Ha ha ha. So, if you don't know what he's talking about, go listen to the Will Zierden podcast, and you'll find out real quick.
And go to buckystarbreaker.com.
And go to buckystarbreaker.com. And we got one or two more here. I want to figure out if I can figure out how to read this. Good job, guys, from Diamond4187. It would be sick if you posted links to some of the trail systems that you're talking about. I know where most are, but some don't. I already replied to him. Great idea, brother. I need to do better at some show notes stuff. There's a lot of specifics that we talk about. that I could break down in the show notes, but that's also why we have a comments section. And you commented, and I replied with the trail system. So we
Google it.
we figured it out. And yeah, man, if we're talking about Asga trails, brother, you can Google Asga trails in Blue Ridge. That's why we're talking about it, dog.
I'm being an ass, man. But yeah, no, we can get better at that for sure.
We can get better. Leave us alone, man. It's not like we have a Patreon page yet, dude. Maybe we should. Maybe if you want to donate, brother, I'll get you those links.
We'll get there. Heck yeah, is that everybody? Are there any more?
Yeah, dude. And everybody on Instagram, but there's too much on Instagram, man. Everybody's
Yeah.
been loving the content. So if somehow you're listening to us on Ridin the Line podcast right now and you don't follow us on social media, which is crazy, at Ridin the Line on Instagram, that's simple, brother. Go give us a follow. And we're pushing out good content on there. And there's also some local stuff we post, like Ross visiting the Gravity Carolinas race.
Yep.
And stuff like that, and a lot of stuff on our story that just Ross and I do on the weekends and stuff that's good to see. So if you guys want to follow us, do it.
Heck yeah. It's been a good show, man. It's been fun.
Yeah,
Till the next one.
riding the line.
Keep riding that line, brother.
You.
See ya.